Taylor liked a fan's reel on Instagram about how the first song on Tortured Poets references the last song on Midnights.
Is it you, or have they come to take me away? I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me.
In How Did It End, Taylor references a children's song, which says, "Sitting in a tree, Kissing."
Lisa and Jesse sitting in a tree, Kissing. Shut up!
First comes love, then comes,
She changed the ending of this song to a tragic one. In The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, Taylor starts the song with a tired sigh, just like in You're Losing Me.
Was any of
The song The Tortured Poets Department is entirely ironic. Many don't understand it. She's mocking her muse.
you left your typewriter at my apartment?
And I was sitting next to a guy using a typewriter.
Who uses typewriters anyway?
Using a typewriter is not a crime.
Then she mentions Dylan Thomas,
I laughed in your face and said, you're not Dylan Thomas.
who was a famous Welsh poet with a life of excesses, living in the Chelsea Hotel, a very famous hotel known as a place where artists stay and seek inspiration.
I'm not Patti Smith.
Patti Smith, a singer, songwriter, and poet, also stayed at the Chelsea Hotel. Basically, in the song, Taylor says, "We're not tortured poets, this isn't the legendary Chelsea Hotel, we're modern idiots." In this photo, Taylor has some calla lilies, which are the flowers used to represent 6-year wedding anniversaries. Moreover, there's a poem from 1934 called The Lake, with the famous quote, "The calla lilies are in bloom again. Such a strange flower, suitable to any occasion. I carried them on my wedding day, and now I place them here in memory of something that has died." This is a reference to Taylor's relationship with Joe, a long relationship where the norm is to move on to the next big step in life, but it didn't happen. And as she speaks of the death of the relationship on this album, in songs like So Long London, LOML, or How Did It End, as something that died, that's buried. These flowers represent both situations at once. But Daddy I Love Him is a song where Taylor speaks to anyone who wants to control her private life and tell her who to love. For me, Daddy I Love Him was born when they tried to control her life for dating Maddie Healy, who has a very controversial public life. Not just the press in general, but her fans, her Sarahs and Hannahs, but especially when an anonymous Twitter account tried to put Taylor in conservatorship for it, on May 17, 2023. In one line she says, "And no, you can't come to the wedding," and it seems to refer to her friend's wedding where many fans were waiting outside. In the lyrics of Guilty as Sin, Taylor says, "My bed sheets are ablaze, just like in the visuals of Wildest Dreams."
My pictures are ablaze. I scream his name, burning up like waves, crashing over my grave. Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty as?
In an interview with iHeartRadio, Taylor revealed that Down Bad has an alien abduction metaphor. And we could see it reflected in the presentation of Down Bad at the concert. In the presentation of The Man, there were typewriters, so Taylor was already giving us clues. In the song Peter, Taylor repeats the chorus 3 times, and it's no coincidence. In Peter Pan, basically Peter meets Wendy, they have adventures together, and when he returns, he tells her he will visit again, but this never happens. The same thing happens with Jane, Wendy's daughter, and also happens with Margaret, Wendy's granddaughter. Taylor repeats the chorus 3 times, one for each generation. In the lyric video after Taylor sings that the woman sitting at the window turned off the light, the screen remains black with the rest of the lyrics, to demonstrate it. In the lyric video of The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, the song lyrics appear as declassified documents, just as she mentions in the song. In Clara Bow, Taylor says, "Beauty is a beast that roars, down on all fours demanding more." And the Beauty and the Beast flower was found in the Tortured Poets Department library. Amy means beloved. To me, this is not an accident, but part of the sarcasm. Taylor's friend Emma Stone is credited on the song Florida. In So High School, Taylor mentions the honor of the Scouts, and she was a Scout as a child. Although this lyric has a double meaning. She also mentions, "Get my car door, isn't that sweet," which is a reference to Travis always holding the door for her. Maybe the bar is set low, but it's quite sweet. The Alchemy has the right tempo for hand CPR. In the Alchemy lyric video, in the part where it says, he jokes that it's heroin but this time with an E, the word changes.
That it's heroin, but this time with an E.
And it's track 15. Coincidence? In Cassandra, Taylor refers to her phone being filled with snakes, referring to when they tried to cancel her in the 2016 hate train. Adelaide Glarsha says, "Mad woman, wanting me dead, who's afraid of little old me, wanted me dead." In fact, there are several songs where Taylor mentions that someone wants her dead, like in The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. At this point, I just hope she's well and safe. Suspicious Star 7547 says, also, "Who's afraid of little old me," and Mirrorball both mention a circus. And yes, both songs reference life in the public eye, the circus, but from two different angles. Skinny Scorpio 6652 says, "Getaway car perfectly fits in Fresh Out the Slammer," and Florida. This is because they all share the story of wanting to get out of a failed relationship. Mari Golden Mariposa says that the beginning of "I'm Gonna Get You Back" is exactly like the beginning of the 1975 song "Looking for Somebody to Love." What do you think? Thank you for leaving your comments. Whenever you want, you can leave the Easter eggs you find, and I will gladly share them in the next video. Discover all the other Easter eggs from the Tortured Poets Department in this playlist. Bye. All two pinks.